On the whole, acting is one of the safest jobs in the world. Actors are well looked after, movie sets are extremely safe places, stunts are generally performed by doubles who are more suited to the job, and, in the event of an emergency, there are always medical professionals on hand to step in. That being said, some actors have been injured on the sets of their movies. Whether it's because they're amongst the few who are brave enough to perform their own stunts, or simply because they got in some kind of accident, even the most high-profile and talented of stars have managed to hurt themselves during filming. In this video, we'll run through a list of some great examples of that. Here are 10 famous actors who were seriously injured on the sets of their movies. Halle Berry. Halle Berry has suffered several injuries on various movie sets over the years, most recently in 2011 when she broke her foot while filming Cloud Atlas in Mallorca, causing production to come to a halt for 2.5 weeks. Although she performed several of her own stunts in the movie, the break came when she was simply walking and hurt her crack. The actress also almost choked to death on a fig while filming Die Another Day, broke her arm filming a scene with Robert Downey Jr. for Gothika, and suffered a head injury on the set of Catwoman. Poor Halle. Jackie Chan. Where do we even begin with this guy? It would be more difficult to name a movie set on which Jackie Chan hasn't been injured. The martial artist does all of his own stunts and claims to have broken every single bone in his body at one time or another. As a result, he's in constant pain, something you'd never believe given his ever-present smile. The worst example of an on-set injury was in 1987's Armor of God. Chan leapt onto a tree from a ledge, but the branch he grabbed snapped, sending him plummeting to the ground and cracking his skull. It genuinely almost killed him, and he's been hard of hearing on one side ever since. Dylan O'Brien. The production of the third movie in the Maze Runner series, Maze Runner: The Death Cure, had to be brought to a long-term halt in 2016 when its lead actor, promising young teen Wolf star Dylan O'Brien, was seriously injured on the set. O'Brien was in a harness on top of a moving vehicle on the set in Vancouver, Canada, when he was pulled off unexpectedly and hit by another vehicle. His resulting injuries included a concussion, a facial fracture, and lacerations. The movie is now expected to be released in February of 2018, more than a year later than originally scheduled. Michael J. Fox. In 1990's Back to the Future Part 3, the legend that is Michael J. Fox agreed to really hang from the rope while filming the scene in which Marty McFly is being hanged from the clock tower in the Old West. The plan was for the actor to hold the rope away from his throat with his hand, but at one point he wasn't holding it at all and was actually being strangled. The film crew didn't realize this and simply thought he was acting incredibly well. That is until he passed out, had to be rescued, and was left with an incredibly sore neck. Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum is probably best known for his performances in the two Magic Mike movies, but did you also know that on another movie set he once badly burned his, well, let's call it his Magic Johnson. It happened on the set of 2011's The Eagle. Filming the movie in Scotland was very cold, so some of the cast members were actually pouring warm water down their pants to raise their temperatures. But the guy who brought the water to Tatum forgot to tell him it was still boiling. He poured it over himself and literally scalded his genitals to the extent that it burned away the skin. Ouch! Charlize Theron. The beautiful Charlize isn't averse to performing her own stunts, but doing so in 2005's Aeon Flux led to the actress injuring herself pretty badly. She performed a gymnastics-style back handspring, having previously completed 18 of them in a row, but slipped and landed on her neck with all of her weight behind the impact. She herniated the disc between her third and fourth vertebrae, causing her to be hospitalized for 5 days. There was also some nerve damage, which left the entire right side of her body numb. It could have been a lot worse, however, and we're thankful she's okay. Tom Hanks. The insanely talented Tom Hanks gave an incredible performance in 2000's epic survival drama Castaway, but he almost died in the process. After cutting his legs while filming on location in Fiji, Hanks failed to treat the wound and ended up picking up a staph infection. A full 2 weeks later, after the swelling around the cut had refused to go down, the actor went to see a doctor and was told he was close to death. How close exactly? Well, the doctor told him that he was a mere hour away from suffering from a type of blood poisoning that would have killed him. Yikes. Sylvester Stallone. 1985's Rocky IV saw Rocky Balboa going up against arguably his toughest ever opponent. Sylvester Stallone is known for wanting to make the fight scenes in the Rocky movies as awesome as possible, and in one scene he encouraged Lundgren to really try to knock him out. The result wasn't great. Stallone's blood pressure reached 260 that night and he was rushed to the hospital. He had been hit so hard in the chest that his heart had smashed off his ribcage and began to swell, something that usually only happens to victims in car crashes. He spent 5 days in the hospital as a result. Lesson learned, don't ever get into a fight with Dolph Lundgren. Nicole Kidman. On the set of her 2001 movie Moulin Rouge, Nicole Kidman fell down a flight of stairs while dancing in high-heel shoes at 3 o'clock in the morning. This resulted in her breaking a rib and having to film certain subsequent scenes while sat in a wheelchair, such as the part where her character says, "a real actress." Worse still, she re-broke the same rib while trying to squeeze into a corset on the set of the same movie a few weeks later. As a result of the injury, she lost the lead role in David Fincher's Panic Room, which ultimately went to Jodie Foster. Brad Pitt. In what must be the most ironic and unbelievable injury in movie-making history, Brad Pitt hurt himself quite badly while filming 2004's Troy movie. He was playing Achilles, the Greek hero whose only supposed weakness was his Achilles tendon. So why was it so ironic? Well, Pitt tore his own left Achilles tendon while filming a fight scene on set, delaying the movie's production for several months. It might sound like some kind of silly urban myth, but the actor himself has confirmed it, saying it's a true story. It's sad, it's stupid, but it's true. It's so wrong, it's such a bad headline. You're not wrong, Brad. Thanks for watching our list of 10 famous actors who were seriously injured on the set of their movies. Did you enjoy this video? Which other actors do you know who were injured on set? Have your say in the comment section below and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.